Okay, LaserBoy gives you a way to select frames within the frame set. And if you look through the frame set that comes with LaserBoy, you'll see there's a pretty good example of what you might want to chop out. Okay, starting here, and all right, if I hit the open parenthesis, which is the Shift 9, top row of the keyboard, I'm hitting Shift and I'm hitting 9. See, it says here, start equals 41. This is frame index number 41. I just set the start of the selection to that. So I'm going to keep arrowing until I get to the end of this sequence, which is right. That's the last frame. And I hit Shift 0, which is the closing parenthesis, right? And it says the end is 72. You see how this turned red here? The background of this 2D frame. This is the 72nd index in the frame set. All of these are now selected, right? And as you can see, nothing else is selected, just those frames, okay? So now, if I go into menu 9, if I go into menu J, we can trim to selected frames, option number 3. So we hit 3, and look, that's the only thing that's now in the, everything else was thrown out because we selected these frames, threw everything else away. We trimmed it all away. Conversely, if I open, stay in there, n.il, place the frame set, back to here again, right? We could use the space bar, see how the space bar selects and deselects a single frame, okay? We could just go through here and select frames, all right? And we go into menu J, and we can delete those frames. So now they're gone. They're no longer in the frame set. The first frame is not LaserBoy anymore. We just deleted it. Okay. Another way to delete frames is with the backspace key. Every time you tap the backspace key, you're deleting a frame until there are none. There are no frames. They've all been deleted. All right. So we're going to go I for in, 1 for ilda, stay in the ilda directory, n.ild, replace the frame set. We're back to where we started. Okay? Select an individual frame, like this one, and this one, all right, with the space bar. All right? Okay. And the reason you want to select frames is, like I said, in menu J, there's things you can do with selected frames. You can invert frame selections, which means if you have selected certain frames, you can flip it so that, well, I'll show you. Basically, again, if we go to, set that as the first frame. Set that as the last frame. In menu J, invert frame selections. Now, this is not selected, and everything else is. So I could say, in that case, let's delete what's selected. And again, we end up with just those frames that were not selected because we deleted everything that was selected. So we selected this, inverted the selection, and deleted everything that was selected. So you can kind of figure out how it's very similar to the way a file system works. When you can select individual files, or you can select a series of files consecutively. Or you can select, files that are separated somehow. So it's the same idea.